long does it actually take to manifest something? 17 seconds, a day, a week, a month, a year, 10 years? I've had things manifest within a day, and I've had things manifest within several years. For a long time, I thought it depended on my visualization, how long I was doing it, the quality of my visualization, my affirmations, all the different techniques that I was using. And was I doing the technique the right way? I've been manifesting for over a decade, and as I look back on every single thing that I have in my life right now, I notice that it doesn't come down to any of that. The other thing I notice is that it doesn't even come down to how much time has passed in general. But what it does come down to is how normal that desire felt deep down within me, even if I didn't recognize it at the time. And once I understood that, I stopped thinking about how long it's going to take, and I stopped obsessing about the time. So if you're waiting for something right now, I think you're asking the wrong question. Let me show you what I mean. It seems like we are all asking, how long is it going to take? When is it going to show up? But the better question that I want you to switch to is, what actually determines that timeline? Less about the time and more about your subconscious accepting it as normal. There was a time when I was manifesting the fancy SUV that I am sitting in right now. And in my visualization, I was driving into the bank, pulling up, parking the car, and walking into the bank with a large check and depositing it into my checking account. So I was kind of using the manifesting multiple things at once technique. And I built out this scene. I was feeling it. I was visualizing all the time. And I really felt like I could have it. I felt like I had done the work. My subconscious was believing it. That check, I could feel it. All those feelings were there. I was so excited. And it never showed up. It didn't show up. And I couldn't understand, if I can feel it, if I can just almost reach out and touch it and take it away and have it, why isn't it showing up? How long is this going to take? And I really felt like the universe was saying, it's not for you. You can't have this. You're not doing this right. You're not good enough. All of those things, that loop that I keep talking about. And then my family situation changed. We became a blended family. I got remarried. Instead of just my two kids, my husband had two kids, and there were six of us, and we needed a car big enough for us. At that point, I had been visualizing for many years, and it was embedded in my subconscious that yes, I could have this vehicle. There have been other times where it was the opposite, where I felt like I'm visualizing and it's not really feeling normal, and all of a sudden it shows up in my life. When I was manifesting my psychic abilities, this was my first foray into manifestation. And I really wanted to build that deep connection with my intuition, get very connected with myself, be able to do readings for people, really help people from a spiritual level. And I had absolutely no skills to start with. I would watch these psychics do these readings and just know all of the stuff about people. And it was so fascinating to me. And I really wanted to do it. I was reading all the books. I was watching YouTube videos. I was joining different classes and really trying to sink in. And one day somebody invited me to this online mediumship circle. I didn't even know what mediumship was. We were doing a reading for someone. The teacher asked me to tell the group what I got, and he explained how to do it. And I saw a hibiscus flower and had a feeling that this symbolized Hawaii. Turns out the person we were doing the reading for had this life-changing trip coming up in the next month to Hawaii. And I couldn't even believe it, because inside, I didn't feel like I was ready. I was doing all the things, I was visualizing, and all of that was sinking into my subconscious. And it was becoming normal, although because I had never had a psychic hit or any kind of spiritual experience, I didn't think in my logical mind that I was ready. Here's the thing, we only know what's happening consciously. Your subconscious is doing work that we can't see. It would be so wonderful if we could put our hands like this and know exactly What is going on in that subconscious? What are those beliefs? Where do we have to move the needle? But it doesn't work like that. That's where trust comes in. And that's where a lot of people give up in this process. And that's where a lot of people say, if you have to trust, if you have to have faith, then it doesn't matter, that it doesn't work, that you need to give me proof, Elizabeth. And I can't do that. I can give you proof of all of the work I've done to manifest these things. And that's the work that I want you to do. I want you to build your list, your proof, your evidence of all the things you're manifesting, small and big, so that when you get in that spot, when you start looping, how long is it going to take? What am I doing wrong? You can come back and reel yourself in and look at that journal and say, yes, this works. I need to throw time out the window because it's not about the time. It's about my subconscious. It's about how normal this feels inside of me, where my conscious mind can't be aware. That's the job of your subconscious. Every visualization, every script, every affirmation, every tool technique that you use is allowing you to spend more time in that desired state of you having all the things that you want. It's doing the work on your subconscious. And every time you get pulled into the current reality, your current life, and that happens. I don't want you to get down on yourself or think that's a bad thing, because it's not, right? We have to live in the here and now. We need to be present and show up in our life. But the more time that you can spend immersed in that desire that you want to create, the more it impresses upon that subconscious mind, and the faster it will show up. When you're visualizing, when you're living as if, you're not forcing manifestation. You are allowing yourself to assimilate into that person who has it. It's becoming normal. So the $1,000,000 question, can you speed it up? Yes and no. You can do the technique and catch yourself when you are straying and getting pulled into your current reality, and become present in the moment and snap in your visualization. The more you do it, the more attention you are putting on that desire that you are creating. The more time you are spending in that version of reality that you want to have ultimately become your current reality, the more it becomes normal and believable to your subconscious. And that is a way to speed it up. But every time you start asking that question, how long is it going to take, and start getting frustrated, I want you to pull yourself back and say, every minute that I spend in my new reality that I'm creating is one less second reinforcing the old. Your subconscious is learning through that repetition. And remember, as you are visualizing, it should feel fun. It should feel like you are home. That is what you're going for. You're not visualizing the feeling of the excitement of when your manifestation shows up. You are manifesting what it would feel like if you had what it is you want, and that should feel normal. I always use this example. If you're manifesting a car and you get into the car to go to the grocery store, are you excited about going to the grocery store? Probably not. You got errands to do. You're maybe tired at the end of the day. You got to go pick up kids. You got a lot to do. It feels normal. You get in your car, you close the door, and you drive away. Now, do I like the car when I look at it? Do I feel comfortable sitting here in the car? Yes, I do. But it's not excitement you're going after. But at the same time, it should feel good to visualize, because as you're visualizing, you're spending time with that new reality that you'd like to create. And that should be enjoyable. And then it becomes boring when you've done it over and over again, visualizing the same scene, and that's a good sign that it is becoming normal. But you don't have that direct link into your subconscious, and you never will. You can only know what's happening in the conscious mind. If this resonates with you and you are going to pull yourself out of that negative questioning of how much time it's going to take, put time in the comments below and let me know what you're manifesting and where you're getting stuck so I can help you. And if you haven't caught my video yet on the manifestation mistake that even I still make, I think you'll love that video. Catch that here. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll catch you next time.